Welcome to the Australian Institute of International Affairs. My name is Krithika Gururaj. Today we have with us Sir Anand Satyanand, the chairman of the Commonwealth Foundation and former Governor-General of New Zealand. Welcome, Sir Satyanand. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you, Krithika. It's very nice to be here.
Firstly, I'd like to start off with a question regarding the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting that's scheduled for later this month in Malta. What outcomes can we expect from this meeting?
Well, that's a broad question, and I think there are at least 5 things that people can look forward to hearing of. There will be a new Secretary-General by the end of the month, only the 6th since the Commonwealth has been in its present configuration, and there are lots of questions. Will it be a politician? Will it be a diplomat? Will it be a woman? So there's lots of talk in many capitals at the moment. Secondly, there'll be an alignment of the 53 countries of the Commonwealth with the Sustainable Development Goals work that's been done in the UN this year. Thirdly, there will be an emphasis on resilience and sustainable development, emerging from, on the one hand, that discussed by ministers and by civil society on the other hand. Fourthly, there'll be a focus on small states, because 31 of the 53 Commonwealth countries are small states, that is with a population of 1.5 million or less. And lastly, and it should perhaps be first, there will be an emphasis on youth, because 2 billion people, 60% are aged under 29. So the Commonwealth is poised at the beginning of new development with an appeal for youth.
Thank you. The next question for you is, today you're giving a presentation to the AIIA titled The Commonwealth at an Important Crossroads. Can you please explain to us why the Commonwealth is at an important crossroads right now and the way forward from here?
I think that 50 years in one configuration is a long time. And as Helen Clark said, delivering the Commonwealth lecture in April of this year in London, 2015 is a good year in which to be resetting compasses. The Commonwealth has available to it a new charter, which was signed by the Queen in 2013, which is operational, a group which studied developments and changes, made over 100 recommendations, I think 109, 90 of which are in place. So at this CHOGM, there's a great opportunity to just make sure everything is pointing in the right direction. There are many things which the Commonwealth is closely connected with, because the richest and the poorest of countries are in the Commonwealth. Poverty relief, education advancement, health initiatives. So 2015 is indeed a good crossroad.
Coming to the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II has reigned for over 5 decades. Today is not far away where a new monarch will take the throne. What implications does this have for the Commonwealth?
Well, the present Queen has made the Commonwealth a centrepiece of her reign, and she's offered hands-on support for the Commonwealth. For example, the siting of the Commonwealth Secretariat is in a royal palace in Marlborough House on Pall Mall. There's no doubt that her death will be an enormous event. The Commonwealth, however, is a voluntary organisation that has built its reputation on the sharing of know-how and values. And it's really only known new members who seek to join. So it can be said that the Commonwealth has got a momentum that will keep going. The head of the Commonwealth is decided by the member states. The member states decided in 1949 that King George VI would be the head of the Commonwealth, and when the present Queen came to the throne in 1952, it was decided that she would be the head of the Commonwealth. whoever heads the Commonwealth after she decides will depend upon the viewpoint of member states.
Now, with Malcolm Turnbull as Australia's Prime Minister, the Republican debate has been revived. What implications would it have if Australia were to replace the British monarch as the head of state? And particularly, what implications would it have for New Zealand as well?
Well, if Australia were to change from being a realm, which it is at the moment, with the Queen being the head of state, and become a republic, Australia would be following countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and South Africa in this regard. There would be an obvious change and things would be different, but there wouldn't be any body blow for the Commonwealth, because for many years now there have been more republics than realms in the Commonwealth. So far as New Zealand is concerned, my private view is that everything would of course be very closely followed, but if you look back at history, the taking of cases to the Privy Council, the abolition of the Statute of Westminster, those are two remarkable things in the last 75 years. Each time Australia took the step immediately to take the route towards more independence. New Zealand took its time. We didn't abolish going to the Privy Council until the early part of this century. We didn't take on the Statute of Westminster consent for something like 16 years after it had been passed in the UK. So again, my private view is that there wouldn't be automatic change in New Zealand simply because Australia did it. However, because our two countries have so much in common, there would be very anxious consideration of what went on here.
Lastly, in your current role as the chairman of the Commonwealth Foundation, do you see the foundation playing a more prominent role in shaping the governance structures of member countries?
The Commonwealth Foundation is the voice of civil society. For example, in 2 weeks' time, more than 300 people from civil society, from Malta and throughout the Commonwealth, will gather and debate an agenda for 3 days. At its end, the outcome will be presented to ministers, and that's become a hallmark in the last 20 years of CHOGMs. It's a desired outcome because people's organisations are given the opportunity and space to present their views, and ministers are given the satisfaction that their own agenda has a connection with what ordinary people are thinking. So, and it's all part of achieving good governance, which is the remit of the Commonwealth Foundation. And the Commonwealth Foundation has done it by these debates, the people's forums, but also other broader things, the encouraging of dialogue through literature. Commonwealth Short Story Prize competition had over 4,000 entries from 46 countries. Filmmaking, Commonwealth Short Films. In other words, the foundation is a catalyst and an enabler for participatory democracy. I obviously speak from a biased viewpoint as the current chairman, but I think this is a good time to be answering the question that is put about the future and potential of the Commonwealth Foundation.
Thank you so much. It was lovely having you with us. For more analysis and information on upcoming events, please visit internationalaffairs.org.au. Thank you.